Once again, welcome back to the plot. Good morning everybody. I've managed to get up here for a half an hour. The last fortnight we've had nothing but rain, and of course the last 3 days, like the rest of the country, we've had nothing but snow. So it's been a real washout over here. But sun's shining a little bit this morning. I know it's still a bit damp in the garden. I've got my boots on, and what I'm going to do is try and get up the last of these tatties. Watching Country File the other day, some of the farmers around the country have been absolutely washed out. So I'm going to make sure it's not happening to us up here. I want to get there's only a couple of rows left, so I'm determined to get them out this morning. And of course, this is the variety Sarp or Myra. They're a red tatty and they're absolutely fantastic. They've been keeping really well. There's a few on the top, sort of went green, but they'll do for seed tatties for next year, no problem. So I'll just give you an idea of what we've been digging out here. They've been absolutely fantastic. As I say, there's been a few on the top like that one. It's gone a bit green, but lovely tatty. I mean, what you could do is cut that in half, and that bottom half you could use in the kitchen quite easily. But I like to get them in the greenhouse, and I like to sort them out. Now that's got a bit of rot on it there. That'll be cut in half. I'll take that down, and that'll be used today. Yeah, that's the idea of some of the sizes we've been digging up from here. Absolutely marvellous. First class potatoes, lovely, and they're a gorgeous the size of that one there, beautiful. Once again, a little bit of green on the top where the sunshine's in. It's been on top of the furrow, but no doubt I'll cut that piece off, and that can be used in the kitchen quite easily. Really pleased with them. Well manured. That's and that's what I'm digging up. A Sarp or Myra. Good red tatty. It's the first time I've grown these, but they're absolutely marvellous. I'll definitely be growing these again. As I say, that one has got a little bit of rot on the bottom. Not much, but I can cut that away, and the rest will be first class for using the kitchen. Great for chippers. As I say, the wet weather, it hasn't helped anything in the garden. The sprouts here, they've all been blown over with the gales that we had the other day. So I've got them to tie up, but we've got a nice crop of sprouts for Christmas Day. We've got our parsnips over there. There's still a few beetroots, so I should really take them up, because we've had a few days of frosts. I'm just hoping that it hasn't made them worry. But anyway, I'll get the last of these tatties finished up here. And what I want to do this morning is get in and get that grapevine cut back. So I think we'll do that now. Okay, see you soon. Okay, right, back inside again into the low polytunnel. Where I finished the video off the other week, and of course we're on about the grapevine. Now normally I like to get it done around about the middle of November, but it's fine. The sap's now sunk down back in the roots, and it's fine to start cutting your grapevine back. I know first week in December, but as I say, the last few weeks have been absolutely terrible. Rain, more rain. And last week we had the snow right over the weekend. It was horrendous up here. Really good covering of snow, so couldn't get anything done in the plot. And then yesterday, another big heavy rainfall which washed the snow away. And then today we've got the sun shining, so I thought, make the most of it, get up here, get the last them tatties dug up, and then get this vine sorted. With a vine, I can cut it back now, and I'll take the cuttings back, which was that idea of leaving the side shoots on, so I can use them for cuttings. And it's an easy job, really easy. Get your vine cut right back. There's my main stem there. That's my main stem running all the way up there and along the top there. And what I did, I left these little side shoots. That's easier. I let them grow out because I knew I wanted to take cuttings. This is only a 2-year vine. I had about 4 little bunches on here, but it's a seedless. There's no seeds at all in here. and it's a nice deep red, so I'm looking forward to some into its third year next year. I'll train it well, take a couple of side shoots every 18 inches, every 2 foot, let a bunch crop on them, and then I'll cut the rest back, but I'll do all that next year with you. For the time being, I want to get your side shoots off. There's still a little bunch of grapes here. Now I'll let you go right back to the vine. You'll find a little bud just next to the actual you'll find a bud just to the end of the vine there. Now this is stretched right over. Just shows how vigorous they can grow. But all I'm interested in is the bottom. I'll cut them all down for the time being, and then we'll work out what we've got. This end's a bit whippy. It's a bit bent and a bit whippy, so I'm just going to chop it off, make the life a little bit easier for us. Well, that's another one there. I want to cut that off there. Take it. I think it's tied in with this. Once again, big whippy end there. I'll take that off. It's a bit too fine. That. Cut that off. That's a nice size. That's a little bit of mould on that end there, so I'm going to chop that straight away. No good to me. Well, once again, that's a lovely little long piece, that. And it's just a nice, cut that off. It's just a nice thickness to what I want. So I'll probably get 2 out of that one. I'll just lie that down here for the time being. And I'll take this one away. That's another one, another side shoot there. I'm leaving one bud on at the end. Now this one's been chopped right back, so I'll put that piece off there and cut them off. Just for the time being, we'll probably try and get 2 out of that one. With that on there, and then I've got this side shoot here. Leave one bud on, because leaving one bud on, and you'll get it growing away from the main rod, and you get some nice bunches on there. Chop that off there, woolly bits. Probably get a nice cutting off that one, and I've got one left. This one here, that comes right out the side there. Now what you can do is once you've cut all your vine back, what you can do is go down the rod and just take all the loose skin and that away. There's another nice little piece there. So I've got there, chopping all these bits off. That little wispy bit at the end, once again, chop that off. So I've got quite a few pieces to choose from. Right. So what we'll do, that's a lovely piece, that. And what I'll do is I'll take it from here. I'll just give you an idea of what I'm going to be doing. That's the length of rod I've cut. Okay, so what I want to do, start from the bottom here, and you'll know the bottom of your rod. That's the top end of it. The bottom of your rod is to put a nice straight cut. Now it's a nice bud there, lovely bud there. So I want to go about 1 inch past there. And a nice straight cut. Now that bud there and that bud there is going to be in the soil. We'll just work our way up, take all the bits of rubbish off until you get a nice straight vine. And what you want, just taking all the pieces off. So if you've got a nice straight cut at the bottom, them 2 pieces there, depending on your pot. Now normally I'll put these in a rose pot, and the rose pot's about 10 inches. So that's the 1, that's the 2 I'll be covered. So that's 1 and that's 2 above. So the ones above, you want to make it, once again, you want to make it about 1 inch past the buds, but you want to be a slanting cut. Exactly what you do with roses, nice slanting cut. So then what you do, you know your top from your bottom. So the slanting cut, and of course any moisture that you get on there with being a greenhouse will just run off. So I'll show you better down home once we get down there. So what we've got here, we've got 1 bud on the bottom there. We've got a nice inch past there, and we're for a nice straight cut. So that's going to sit in the pot, in the roast pot. Now, and the roast pot's going to be a third of an inch, a third depth in sharp sand, and the rest is going to be me 3-2-1 multi-mix. So them 2 buds will be covered. These 2 buds will be out in the open. But we'll show you all that when we get on home. Once again, we've got this piece left there. So what we want to do is we want to go inch past that bottom bud. Nice straight cut. We've got 1, we've got 2. Cut all the little bits and pieces off. Work your way up. So your rod's nice and clean. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and that nice bud there, which will take it perfect to about. You want to end up with a cutting for about 18 inches. Once again, an inch past there with a nice straight cut, with a nice angled cut on the top. And there we have it. Fantastic. So already, both the same size, that's spot on that. So already we've got 2 nice cuttings there. I'm hoping for about 8 cuttings. And if on average, if you get 50% of them rooting, we'll have 4 nice grapevines for next year. That's that piece I cut up before. It's a bit bent like, but there's a nice straight piece on the bottom. So once again, we've got the bottom bud, cut an inch past, nice up, nice straight piece. That's your bottom. Look your up. You got 1 bud, 2 bud, 3 bud, 4 buds. Up, and I just cut the camera and the way around. So just chopping off all the bits and pieces, and then when you're on the top, once again, nice angled cut. So that is actually spot on. So we've got 3 there now. As I say, I'm just working my way through them. I'm hoping for about 8. I left 4 side shoots on, so once again, here's the bottom. That's the bottom bud I want. And of course, trying to have nice sharp paste secateurs to do your cutting for you. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I might get 2 out of that actually. Oh, a little bit there. Angle cut once again on the top. With that one, I'm quite pleased with that. I might be able to turn this one into a cutting. And as I say that, I can hear the pitter patter on the roof there. So of course, more rain. We'll be focused for showers. That's the bottom there. So I'll straighten that up, nice straight cut. And of course, I'll not have to put nothing on there. So it'll be a bit sticking out the top there, but it'll do for a cutting. And then you get the basic idea. That's the top end there. I'll probably get 2, maybe 3 off this piece here. But just cleaning off all the bits and pieces. Once again, start from the bottom. You want a nice straight piece where it's angled there. I always cut them off. Inch past there. Off with that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that one, angled it there. First class cutting. So easy to do. And of course, it's once you get your cuttings, it's the aftercare. What you want. You don't need any heat for them. Well, you put them in a warm greenhouse if you want, but I never use any heat for mine. Always have them in just a cool greenhouse. Once again, bottom straight cut there. I'll work my way up. And I'll use that one. That top bud there, angle cut. That one off. Hopefully I'll get another one off there. Bottom. Just work your way through them. Nice and easy. You want to aim for about 18 inches. There's another one there. Got one more piece left to do, and then I'll be over the moon. That's a bit warped, that one, but no doubt we'll try and bend it out. We'll start from this piece here, use that as a bottom, cut there, trim there, up to there, angle cut, a little bit bent, but no doubt we'll straighten it up. And once we tie them all together, right, so let's see what we've got. We have, and don't forget, all your angled is at the top. That's how you tell the difference between them. It's a nice straight one, angled, straight one at the bottom, angled at the top, two straight ones there, and one there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got 8 lovely cuttings, as I say. They're about 14, 18 inches long. Take these down home and we'll get sorted out down there. A nice compost made up. I've got 3-2-1 mix at home, nice and warm. And my little greenhouse in the back garden. I've got some nice 8-inch flower pots. We'll go nice and deep into there, but we'll do all that once we get down home. Get on before this rain hits. I want to try and get the last of these tatties out. I'm going to have another bash at that. Probably take us another 10 minutes, and then we'll head off down home and finish this video. Okay, see you soon. Good afternoon, everybody. Once again, welcome back to the plot. Well, I'm back down home now, and what I wanted to do when I warm up a bit, I've been able to finish the last of the tatties off. I got the last few plants out, as I showed you at the beginning of the video. Once bring a couple down with us, chips for tea tonight. Got a nice bit of fish and some nice homemade chips. Saltball Myra, that's a variety. It's the first time I've grown it, but I'll definitely be growing them again next season. Absolutely fantastic. So the canes, I'm getting the canes down. I've made the mix up. Here's my first pot here. There's 3 canes in there. Quite an easy job to do. All I use is a standard rose pot, and I fill it a third full of really good sharp sand in the bottom. I've got 2 canes left to do. I'll get them done now. Cut them down to size, just perfect for what I want. Just dip the end in a little bit of hormone rooting powder. You don't have to, because I've rooted these before quite successfully without any rooting powder. So as I say, got a good bud there, a nice bud there. These 2 are a little bit shorter than the other ones. I managed to get 2 buds into the pot below the soil, and with these ones I've got 2 buds and I've got 1 bud on the top there. Fine. The idea of the sand, nice straight cut on the bottom there, and the idea of the sand, you can stand here, yeah, push them into the sand. You can stand them up, stand them in the sand before you put your soil in. Quite easy. And just move your couple of handfuls of soil around them first. What I like to use, I just use the end of the brush, tamp it down, because what you want a good contact with the soil in the cane. So I really tamp it down, nice and firm, and go over the top again with a little bit more compost, just to take it up to 1/2 inch below the pot. And there we are. That's the last 2 canes. Now I've got 2 buds below and 2 buds up a height. Now we should get either a cutting come from there or a cutting grown from there, and the 2 buds below will give you a root system. Now I'll leave these until about July till I get a really good root system on them, and then pot them up into eventually back in the rose pots again, or whatever size you want. Nice deep pot, ready for planting out in September or October when they die back. Put that to one side, because as I say, the vine's been cleaned down now. I've cut it right back. It'll not need any more attention now till February. What I like to do in February is put a really good covering of horse manure around the vine itself. Make sure it's well weeded out, nice and clean. Put a good layer of horse manure around the top, and a good handful of sulphate of ammonia, or sulphate of potash I should say. Sulphate of potash round the vines. I do it with all my fruit trees, apple, pear, plum, whatever, raspberries, especially raspberries, and the grapevines. Give them a good handful of sulphate of potash in early February, and that means when the sap starts rising again in the March, the feed's already there in the soil. Absolutely fantastic. But we'll do all that next year. I don't know if you can see it from there, but what I've gotten is get myself a new little bud box. I sent away for this. It's just a small one. I can just flip that up and put it into one of the trays. Nice little bud box, and what I've got underneath here, it's perfect for 4 standard seed trays, and I've just put my Kelsey onions in. I've now grew Kelsey for years because they haven't been available. There was a bad disease rate, most of the stock out a few years ago, and they've been very hard to get. But this year we're back from King Seeds, and I've got my Kelsey onions, so they're sold now. Hopefully in the next week or two they'll be popping through there. I'm stopping here now until late January, early February. Hopefully by then we'll see a bit of sunshine over the top of the roof again. It's early December, we'll get no sun whatsoever now. There's a gap between my house and my neighbours next door. When the sun rises I get a little bit of sun in the morning, about 9:30, 10 o'clock for about quarter of an hour, and then that's it. I never see any more again with being south facing. But hopefully it'll come up over the roof again in February, and that's fine for me. I've got my light on here, I've got a light on in there, so keep them great. Right, so that's the vines covered. All my tatties out, I'm quite happy. I can go up next week and get a nice crop of sprouts, dig up a few parsnips. Last of the beetroots are in to bring out. So that's a few jobs we've got to get sorted before the winter. I might do a little video before the Christmas, before that little fat man in the red suit turns up. I'll make it a little video done there. I've got my sweet peas growing away here. These are the perennial ones. They're all poking through there. I can just give you a look at them. These are the perennial ones I was talking about. They're just starting to pop through there. Now the annual ones that we've sown up the garden, they're about 3 inches tall now. With all that warm weather I had in October and November, and hopefully now it'll stop them growing. With the coolness of the change in the weather, it'll stop them from growing so much. So what I'm thinking of doing, now normally I don't do them until February, I'm going to just nip the tops out. I might do that next week in the last video before the Christmas, and then we'll have a little bit of a break over the Christmas and New Year, and then hopefully, all going well, we'll get cracking next year, and we'll have a full year of videos. We'll go right through the gardening calendar with you, is what we normally do, from greenhouses to outside, and whatever you like to grow. If you want any advice or any tips, then just send me a message and we'll get back to you. But we'll show you how me and Roger like to grow. We've got a lot of work to do next year. We've still got a few repairs to the polytunnels. Hopefully we'll get them done before the early tatties go in. Now I've sorted the last of the early tatties out. They're all on trays now, chitting in the cool of the greenhouse, so they'll be ready to go in about 3 weeks time. Normally you'll get them in the first week in Christmas, before the Christmas, but with the tunnel not being covered yet, we might have to wait until the first week in January, get a cover on, and then sow them the second week in January. So whatever happens, we'll get sorted. So we're going to pop upstairs now, get these tatties cut up, get some nice chips, got a nice bit of fish up there, and then for tea. I'll get this on the video, and hopefully I'll get it posted tonight. Let you know what we're doing. I haven't made one for a few weeks, but we've both had our problems, me and Roger. He's just had his up, so he's feeling a little bit better now. But the weather, it's been absolutely horrendous up here. We had 3 weeks of rain, and then we had all the snow last week, and then we've had rain again Monday, really heavy rains. So really, we haven't been in the garden at all, apart from me trying to get these tatties out, which I showed you yesterday. But hopefully that's the job out the way now. And well, there's the proof of the pudding. The old Saltwell Myra. Definitely be planting them again next year. Really good, deep, rich soil is what you need for them. And hopefully we'll get a first class crop out of them again next year is what we did this year. But I'll leave it for now. As I say, if you can't wait for the video, you can always catch me on the plot. It's Jeff Foreman on the plot, and you'll on the Facebook page. And I'm on most nights, you know. So if you want to get over and chat with me, then you're quite welcome. As I say, the greenhouse is starting to fill up now. I've got my little tubular heater on. It's going away, and the temperature is 45 in here today. So it's probably dropping down to about 40 through the night, but I'm quite happy with that. I don't want it any warmer. In my little bud box, it'll be a little bit warmer than it. Probably around about the 50 mark in there. That's fine for the onions. None for showing this year, just for eating. But I like to grow a nice big onion, and hopefully the Kelsey will do that for us. But I've also got seedlings of my own, so we'll crack on. As I say, there's plenty to do. I've got a load of potting off to do next week. I might include that in the video. Of course, it's the old polyanthus. They're still growing away nice and strong. These should have been potted up about November, but the way things were, I got caught out with the rain and that and whatnot, and I've just got to watch myself, keep off the cold floors and that, and just try and keep nice and warm. But I'm going to leave it for now anyway. As I say, any questions, get back on the plot, Jeff Foreman on the plot on my Facebook page, and we'll catch up with you. Hopefully I'll do a little video before the Christmas, and then that'll be it. Okay, so I'll catch you all again soon. Bye for now.